everyone, we're back with more Let's Plays and Seiya the Sanctuary Battle. On the last episode, we passed through the Sagittarius Palace, and in this episode we're moving on to the Capricorn Palace with a lot of corn on it. Anyway, as we can see, we are already here, and why I don't sound surprised? Well, because they followed the anime pretty well until now. Why they wouldn't follow right here, and why I'm talking like that? There is no need to me to talk like that. Nothing special is happening, so why am I excited? And again, I'm already at the Capricorn Palace, so it's supposed to be. I'm just kidding. There's some stuff I forgot to talk about. The last things that I already talked, like the marriage to Virgo, and I'll go on them pretty quickly. Starting with the ever since we have Shion, I didn't show him on his robes of Grandmaster, and Shion is also the name of Lavender Town on Pokemon. on the Japanese version, obviously. And 10, you have Mu. I guess you notice by now that his pants are actually green, and he uses gold, and his cloth is gold, so it's kind of yellow, green and yellow. So yeah, it has sometimes how the Brazilian flag is mentioned, and so because you have a big friendship with Aldebaran, I should mention that, I guess. And Kiki is actually 37, because the Omega series happens 25 years after the Hades saga, not 23 as I was saying before. I was on mistake on that. 10, you have Tenyu. He is one of one of the terror saints that I forgot to talk about. He is one of Asgard's apprentices, and he didn't show any technique, but he showed a lot of physical strength. 10, we move on to the Jiminy Saints. Paradox was alive. She was rescued by one of the parasites, first class, and was invited to be a second class parasite by her. And yeah, she accepted. She don't like Athena at all. And yeah. And so Indra assumed the post of being the Jimmy Saint. She's the second twin, so she's the youngster, and he who helped her in order to defeat Paradox that was wearing a staff. Anyway, and she used the Galaxian explosion to defeat her, so assuming that she has similar techniques to common to the Jiminy Saint. Anyway, then we move on to Cancer. Death Mask was the first one that appeared with the gold cloth, and if you look closer to the Spirit Medallion at Ocarina of Time, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, it looked like a lot of the symbol of the Cancer constellation. The symbol that they say is the universal symbol to the Cancer constellation. Anyway, moving on to Regulus. Moving on to Leo. Regulus is the brightest star of the Leo constellation. I forgot to talk about that. And Kiki is actually Leo. He actually wears the cloth just once on the whole series, but since everybody else is becoming a god saint, I guess he will become. I mean, on another series he is 44. I don't think that he will change his cloth, his phoenix cloth by that. But anyway, he born August 15th. He's Japanese, obviously, and we have Kemaken and Hoyoku Tensho, even though that it's had become Phoenix Gemaken on those versions. Anyway, and then we move on to Virgo. Shaka make a astral projection on the next dimension to save Shun from being defeated by Shijima, and said to Shijima, "This guy will be my successor. Do not touch him, bitch." And Shijima ran with the tail between his legs. He also admitted that Jack is pretty scary and is the strongest of all the generations. Anyway, so now that it's all done, let's move on to the things that we're supposed to talk about on this episode, starting with the Libra Saints. And Doku is the first one. Doku is the saint that appear on most of the series of Seiya. He appears on the 4 series that are boarding right now, that is The Lost Caverns, Next Dimension, the Classic, and on flashbacks of the Omega series. He is 18 on the Lost Caverns on the Next Dimension, and he's 261 years old right now, and on the Hades Saga he's 265 years old. He born on October 20th. He's from China, and he can use Hozan Shoryuha, Hozan Hyakuhyuha, Hozan Hyuhisho, and Hozan Kohyuha as his techniques. Shiryu is his apprentice, and he become the Libra Saint. I guess he will become the Libra Saint on the canon version of the series, and he's 43 on Omega. He born October 1st, and he's from Japan. Genbu is the lesser student of Doku, at least on Omega. He's from China too, and he can use Hozan Shinbuken, that's actually a lightning plasma that he don't release the blast, and lightning bolt, sorry, and Hozan Shotenha. Okay, sorry I got interrupted there. And the Hozan Shotenha, that is kind of a powerful version of Hozan Shoryuha. Kind of, it's not like Hozan Shoryuha. They're different techniques anyway. And with Shotenha, he made a crack on a sword of one of the first class parasites. All the first class parasites that are 4 use the swords, and those are indestructible, but he managed to do a crack, and that is the name of the sword is Tenkyo Homatsu-san, and he done a crack on it. Anyway, he died actually already, and the Shiryu is now with the gold cloth back. Then I move on to Cardia. Cardia is 22 years old. Now the Scorpio Saints. He can use the Scarlet Needle Katakyo, and the Scarlet Needle Antares. Scarlet Needle Katakyo, actually, Katakyo means revenge, and is kind of a double-edged sword. He used that on Hadamantis, but he's Greek. Then you move on to Mito. Mito, you know by now because we fought him in a couple of episodes ago. He born November 9th. He is 20 years old. He can use a restriction, Scarlet Needle, and the Scarlet Needle Antares. And Shono actually was told that he was responsible for his master death, Albiori, on the anime. I'm not so sure if that happens the same way on the manga, but I know that the Idris died on the manga by a gold saint, so I just don't know if they said that it was Nido that done it. Then I move on to Sonya. Now Sonya is interesting because she was a Martian before she became a saint. She was the Hornet Martian, and the Martian armor is actually based off galaxies, straight up galaxies, and yeah, she was the Hornet Galaxy anyway. So she could use Hornet Sting and Twilight Marionette and turn back to his darkness as her techniques. And when she became the Gold Saint of Scorpio, she could use Crimson Needle and the Tyrese Maelstrom. She's a Dane's old sister, and she has like 18 years old, 17, around that. They didn't give actual age to her, but she seems like it, so I'm just saying. Anyway, and she's German, by the way. And she has a kind of a love story with Lionette Soma, even though she killed her father. That was the Southern Cross Silver Saint. Anyway, and now a special saint, the Philcus Gold Saint. He's supposed to be the 13th Gold Saint on the sanctuary. He was reduced to a Silver Saint and was killed because the idea of becoming God came to his mind, because he was pretty like that. He was even closer for God than the Virgo Saints. And the path was between the Scorpio and the Sagittarius Saints is actually where the constellation is. Actually, the fates cross the zodiac circle. Anyway, then we move on to the Sagittarius Saints. Sisyphus is the oldest saint on the Lost Caverns. He's 29 years old. November 15th is his birthday. It is the Sagittarius Arrow Light Arrow and Chiron's Light Impulse. He trained Unicorn Aratu. And he was responsible to bring Athena to the sanctuary, to find her Italy and the place to abandon kids in Italy. Anyway, then we move on to Aorus. He's the saint of the classic series. He was 14 when he was killed. He will be 27 if he was alive. November 30th is his birthday. He can use the Sagittarius Arrow and the Atomic Thunderbolt, and he's Greek. Some guys say it was actually Greek. I didn't get the place that he came from. Then you have Seiya, 42 years old on the Omega series. December 1st is his birthday. The Thunderbolt, Shin, Pegasus, Yusenki, and Sagittarius Arrow are his techniques, and he's from Japan. So, yeah. With that, I will thank everyone for watching, and see you guys then. Please rate, comment, subscribe. I really don't need to talk about the Black Dragon since I'm talking a lot right now. Yeah, whatever. Please, like this episode, rate, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys later. Bye bye. You pass it, you raffle up. It took a little while to say.